Alright, so we're doing this to a 53 Ford. And everything's going to be satin black. So we got here's the front end of it. There you go. So he's working on this here at the shop. I'm going to take this to the house and metal work it for him. There's the tailgate. We're going to fix this bed. So take a look here. We're just going to do some metal work here on this. Some of this holes. Some of this stuff here. It's all the way around. So we got this whole part of the bed is shot too. It's typical old pickup stuff. So anyway, let's get on it. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. All right, so we're going to start with taking out this section. Now this is kind of a bummer because it has rivets here and stuff. So we may do something like that. I'm just going to leave those there. And maybe come down, go across here. Up, down, across, something like that. And then just make a straight line across here. Kind of showing you how I'm looking at this. And then there's double layers on the other side. We're not going to get too particular on this thing. This truck is, it's pretty wasted. This project was started in 2005 and things happen. So this one might be like this. So then we're going to probably just do on that one, probably just do a cut in the butt. So some of it's going to get lap welded. We're not going to do anything with this. This was already done, who knows how many years ago. It's in the fender well. Just probably get a coat of filler over that. And we'll go ahead and cut through one layer here if we can. I'm going to try to do this with the plasma cutter. So maybe the bottom I won't be able to. Let's see. I'll make that one go square. So something like that. Then there's thin metal along here. It's pitted really bad on the inside, but we'll just throw a patch over this guy. Pretend we didn't see that, right? So we're gonna do this here, same thing. I don't know what that is. Oh, fender bolt. Oh, running board bolt. I don't know. So that's kind of messed up. Maybe we'll just take that all out. Just put a patch along here. And we're not gonna, like I said, we're not going, definitely not going a 10 out of 10 on this thing, something like that for there. So that's this side. Get on this side, and then we'll get on the other side. And some of this stuff's gonna be in high speed, some of it's not. We're gonna be using today, we'll be using, our sponsor for this video is Yes Welder. They sent me out this unit to try, cut 55. If you haven't tried one of these, they are way better than the cheap ones on Amazon. The cheap ones on Amazon do work if you want them on 220. This one works much better on 220 than on 110, but it does work on 110. So that's a huge benefit. It also has the auto light, which is nice for going through like filler or paint or bad rust. It actually does a lot of cool things. I would highly recommend this. I think it's absolutely worth every penny that they charge right now. So check the link in the description and we'll go from there.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Way back a year ago.
All right, so I'll show you a couple things here. You see you got kind of guggly in here. It's not a big deal. That's what grinders are for. What it is when I hit that rust converter, it just makes a mess. So it works finally, but it just makes a mess. And you see here, I just did like 1-inch sections all the way along here, and then that, you know, connected them together. So I did like this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, it warped it a little bit, but like I said, we're not looking. This truck was in super bad shape. There's about that much of it that you can see. Remember, you got the running board going along here. You know, it's not going to be a visible point. So filler will do the rest of it once I get all this ground down, and then finish these last two spots over here where the wide gaps are. No problem. That's how you can do it. You don't warp it that much on 18 or 16 gauge trucks. They just don't warp that easy. So you can run a little more, you know, length on something like this and not do so bad. It just depends on where it's at. If it's like in the middle of a flat area, yeah, you're going to have a lot of warpage. But if it's near an edge like this, it's only going to warp to here. It's not going to want to take that whole panel with it. So you just got to really think about what you're doing. All right, so that one settles that one. It's pretty straight. It's in there. I got to do this one now. Then we're ready for filler over here. Just going to give that a quick coat of filler and get it cleaned up. This one, we'll take a look at it in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one first, because if I don't do this first, we're going to have blowouts, you know, in the filler. So let's get it done. So I've lined up this end. Well, I had it lined up. Okay, so I lined up this end. What I'm going to do is just spot weld it here. Then I'm going to cut this and butt it into place. So I'm just going to use that to get me started, and then I'll butt it. I'm not even going to try and do lap weld it on top and then butt it, because that just takes more time. So we are going to shortcut this a little bit and get on it. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Got this down flush here, right on this end, and I'm just going to work that sucker in. So I'll let you guys watch from down here in the shade. The camera doesn't get too hot.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise if you hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap. I'ma ride or die for my dreams on tap. I'ma fly real high, you ain't see me slack. No, it's not how you fall, it's how you get right back up. That's how you get tough. Calluses on my hands so rough, yeah, I call your bluff. I'm not the one, mess with me and come out with none. Cause I'm so done, you had your fun. And now you're gonna face down the barrel of the gun. Cause I got a full clip with your name on it. But I'ma let you slide cause you ain't worth it. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way. What I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. And when they try to change, you can say no, free me.
Alright, so it doesn't look too bad. A little bit of warpage because I didn't do it little by little. Let me do a little bit of hammer and I'm going to shut you guys off. That's what's nice about these old metal cars, these heavy metal trucks, is, you know, it doesn't warp that easy. And you know, yeah, you know, I didn't spot weld everywhere. There's a lot of welding. I just welded an inch at a time, and it's still, all I got was a little bit of warpage, and simply I'll just fill that with filler. You know, and people go, oh, you use filler? It's like, who doesn't? And the guys go, oh, I don't use filler. It's like, okay, so what do you use? Well, I use polyester primer. Okay, well, that's polyester, kind of the same thing, finer ground or whatever, but it's the same type of thing. So as long as you're in specifications, if it's under a 1/4 inch, you know, this is the thing, is you guys go, well, I put less filler on. Well, okay, good for you. You want me to give you an attaboy? Okay, I will. It doesn't really matter as long as the filler's within specifications. You know, all that stuff just drives me crazy when people do that. You know, you got to get it almost perfect. It's like, as long as it's within specifications, it's fine. So, like, this is one coat, thin coat of filler. I'll put one more on there, and this is done. It's butt welded in. You know, this is even going to be lapped right here, and it's going to stay that way. This is not a show truck. This is going to be a satin painted truck with flames on it, you know, and the guy doesn't want to spend a ton of money on it. So you got to do what you got to do. And there's no way you're going to do that without on a truck. You see how bad this thing is? I mean, look over there. I mean, the whole thing all the way along, that should be all replaced if you want to do a show truck. No, we're not doing that. But you guys who are DIY at home, you can do it however you want. You don't have to get it perfect underneath. As long as when you put the filler on, it's within specifications of whatever you have on the can. If it says 1/4 inch, usually that's a typical one, then make sure it's not on thicker than a 1/4 inch and you'll be fine. You know, all this bragging rights about how I only put an 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch of filler on it. It doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't crack. Who cares? All that stuff is just, I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I just thought I'd make a real quick video on this since I was doing it. And I think maybe I'll do another section over the weekend. And I can prime this and have this all done. And you'll see it'll look the same as if I metal worked it all perfect and primered it and painted it, whatever. It's going to look the same. So anyway, I'll talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.